Hey everybody, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video and podcast. Today we're going to be going over a relatively important article. I just shows more disconnect in the Lucasfilm and Disney side of things. Just a little bit of background information. Right before the Mandalorian season 3 came out, John Favreau and Dave Filoni were in an interview, and John Favreau had claimed that had been a year up to 2 years between Boba Fett and Mandalorian season 2, right? So pretty much Grogu was been with Luke for about 2 years, maybe a little less, but around that time, which none of us really picked up on that, but we were all okay with it, right? It gave us something to work with. But now we have information kind of contradicting that. So right into the article. As you can see, this is on the direct. Star Wars just contradicted John Favreau Mandalorian timeline. A new canon book exploring the timeline of Star Wars universe is available for fans to read, but its coverage of the events of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett might confuse some. One of the biggest questions from the fandom regarding continuity is how much time passes from the moment Din Djarin passes Grogu off to Luke Skywalker until the two are once again reunited in Boba Fett's spin-off show. Previously, producer John Favreau said it had been between 0 and 2 years since the end of season 2, while also briefly commenting on how it's been more than one. Now the canon guide claims no time has passed. So right there we can see he says 0 to 2, kind of leaving it for interpretation, but he also says it's been more than 1 year, right? So at least in his mind, it's been more than that, which he's the one writing it. So that's what we should really go off of. The rest of the article, the official Star Wars timeline book was released, and within its many pages of events of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian, not including the recent third season, were recorded in detail. For the events of both season 1 and 2, including the Book of Boba Fett's freshman run, the guide labels all of them as happening within the year 9 ABY, after the Battle of Yavin. The same year the shows first happened. According to the timelines, it has been more than months that passed. It has only been mere months that passed between Grogu and Din's emotional goodbye in the season 2 finale and their reunion in the Book of Boba Fett. However, the show's producer, John Favreau, previously said it had been more than 1 year that the bounty hunter and child had been apart. John Favreau's words in the past have directly gone against the idea of still being 9 ABY, while still managing to be wishy-washy, even trying to squeeze in the claim of between 0 and 2 years to keep all options open. Quote, I don't know if I said many years. It's probably about the real time that we've experienced it. So at the end of season 2, when they said goodbye, we checked in at Boba Fett about a year ago, and they parted company again. And then he rejoined The Mandalorian. So now I think they're somewhere in there, more than 1 year and less than, somewhere between 0 and 2 years. And just kind of going over that and pretty much saying, what's the actual answer? We don't know. So with that being said, this is just more evidence to back up these claims that Kathleen Kennedy and Disney and Lucasfilm were meddling in John Favreau's original concept for Boba Fett especially, but just the general story arc for this Mandoverse. This isn't the biggest deal, obviously, but it's a big enough deal that they're not even on the same timeline. I mean, it is a little bit confusing. I just want to know what you guys thought about it, where you guys see the timeline, what you guys think of this, just all of that, because I'm going to go with John Favreau because he's the one writing it, but I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. It definitely throws off a lot of things. But let me know what you guys think of this, where you guys see the timeline, all of that information. Hope you guys had a great May 4th, by the way. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like, download and follow if you're on podcast. And with the next one, we'll see you guys later.